stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hello everybody, welcome to Allegheny Morning Live. I am your host Tyler Dickin. Now today is Thursday, April 16th, and we have a couple announcements today. First one, any student who has still not picked up their learning packets from the school should do so by Monday at 10 a.m. The other option is to get online. All teachers should have an online class that the students can sign up for. Again, if you have any questions, just email your teachers and they should be able to help you out. Ms. Park wishes everyone a happy Friday Eve, and she asked for her students to be on the lookout for the question of the week on Classroom. Attention all AP students. Tomorrow at 7 p.m. there will be a webinar about the AP testing for this year. The link can be found at the College Board website. We'll put it up here somewhere. And here's a little note from Ms. Dunlap for part 2 of her Thoughtful Thursday. Her words, not mine. This is day 34 of our quarantine. We have been apart from our friends, taken away from our routine, and trying to find a new normal for the past 34 days now. The last Thoughtful Thursday, Ms. Dunlap introduced you how a quick turn of words can make your situation more bearable. She encouraged you to go from thinking, I have to do this, to I get to do this. Today, she wants to remind you that you can only worry about the things that you can control. When you're frustrated with the unknown of an experience, take a breath, step away, and find something that you can control. Maybe it's a different assignment, maybe it's watching a Netflix show, or taking a shower, or maybe it's just sitting on the porch and staring into the distance. Campers are dignified. We're going to get through this respecting ourselves and our needs. Thank you very much, Ms. Dunlap. We would like to start airing some items for celebration. If any student or teacher has something that they would like to feature in the form of a celebration or shout out, go ahead and email Mr. White. For example, Miss Witt got a new puppy, as you can see. I guess it'll be here somewhere. Now let's send it over to Eric with weather.
Hey everyone, here's your 5-day weather forecast for Cumberland, Maryland. We're going to be mostly sunny today. Tomorrow we're going to be mostly cloudy with a good chance of rain showers. On Saturday we're going to be partly sunny, becoming mostly clear Saturday night. Again, we'll see a slight chance of rain showers on Saturday. See another slight chance of rain showers on Sunday. We'll be mostly sunny on Sunday. And then on Monday we're going to be partly sunny, again with maybe a slight chance of rain showers. So really not much to report of weather-wise over this next 5-day period. Remember, you can always go to weatherfix.net for more weather updates, and that's all I got, everyone. Stay tuned.
Thank you, Eric. Now let's go ahead and send it right on over to David with sports.
Welcome back, everybody, to Sports in Quarantine. I'm your host, David. We're going to jump right into things today, starting out with our This Day in Sports, and we're going to be talking about the undisputed GOAT, the greatest basketball player of all time. There's no argument against him, the former Chicago Bull, the former North Carolina Tar Heel, 6-time world champion, Michael Jeffrey Jordan. On this day in 1987, Michael Jordan became the second player in NBA history to score 3,000 points in a season. And he did this in only his 3rd season in the NBA. Take that, LeBron. Moving on from that, I'm going to have to keep this brief because I could talk for days about this. But in the NBA, the Chicago Bulls, they fired Gar Forman. They fired 1/3 of the trinity that has been killing this organization. The other 2/3, John Paxson and Jim Boylan, are still there, but they're on a very short leash. But the Bulls brought in our savior, the man who's going to save this organization, Arturas Karnisovas from the Denver Nuggets. He is going to take over as the Vice President of Basketball Operations, and I could not be happier. The Bulls are saved. That's all we got for the NBA. Now moving on to just some in general sports news real quick. President Trump has announced that all professional sports commissioners, as well as Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones, Dallas Mavericks owner Mark Cuban, and the New England Patriots owner Robert Kraft, will all be added to a committee to help reopen America. So Trump decided he's going to take the 3 smartest owners in sports, as well as all the commissioners, and add them to that committee. So big win for the sports world. Moving on to the NFL, I'm just going to touch on this briefly because there's really not much to say about it. As far as this story goes, there's a lot to talk about in the NFL today. But Chris Johnson, CJ2K, he allegedly had 2 people killed for an incident in 2015 where he was shot in a drive-by and his friend was actually killed. So we're awaiting more information on that, but obviously Chris Johnson denies it completely. And to round out the bit of depressing news as far as the NFL goes, former NFL quarterback Tarvarius Jackson, who played 9 years with the Vikings, Seahawks, and Bills, passed away in a car accident on Sunday at the age of 36. So rest in peace, Tarvarius. Next up, the Browns released new jerseys today, April 15th, the day I'm recording this, and they'll be right here. I think they look really nice. They're really clean. They're simple, and they look really good. And now for something not so simple, not so good. Tom Brady, the oldest quarterback in the NFL, I guess he likes dad jokes, believe it or not. He filed trademarks for the 2 phrases, Tampa Bay and Tampa Brady. And then to defend this statement, he went on to say that he's surprised that New Orleans Saints quarterback Drew Brees never trademarked the phrase Drew Orleans. So, take that how you will. It's it's really cringy. I gotta wrap things up here. Gotta speed it up. Just a couple more stories. Vince McMahon isn't having a good week. The XFL suspended all operations and laid off nearly all of their staff. The league currently has no plans to return in 2021 and has filed for bankruptcy. So the NFL might be dead, boys. But if we're lucky, I'll get to see the St. Louis Battlehawks play again. In the WWE, I guess a bit of good news followed by bad news. The state of Florida deemed the WWE an essential business. So if you're a WWE fan, it's good for you, I guess. But on the flip side, they released a bunch of talent, including Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows, as well as laid off a bunch of their staff. So I don't know what's going on with Vince McMahon, but he's a smart guy. I'm sure he'll figure out how to handle it. Next up, Mr. White wanted me to touch on this. This isn't really sports, but the PlayStation has announced the Play at Home initiative, which has 2 components. First, providing free games to help keep the PlayStation community entertained at home, and then establishing a fund to help smaller independent game studios who may be experiencing financial difficulties continue building great experiences for all gamers. The first 2 games available are Uncharted, the Nathan Drake Collection, and Journey. These 2 games are available for free for a limited time through digital downloads from today, April 15th, the day I'm recording this, to May 5th of this year. Once you redeem the games, they're yours to keep. Now, closing out, and touching on the MLB, the reason I saved this for last is because we should have a video with Wesley about the MLB, but if we don't, then this is all you'll get for the MLB this week. But former St. Louis Cardinals first baseman Mark Hamilton is going to graduate medical school in Long Island a month early to help fight against the coronavirus. So, Mark, if you somehow end up watching this, thank you. You are a hero, and you are doing the world a favor during this horrible time. So that's all I got. Wesley might be after me, but if not, back to whoever's hosting. Stay safe, wash your hands.
Today I'm going to be talking about the Astros cheating scandal. So I'm just going to explain it, give the basics of it, basics of everything that happened. The team fired their manager and their general manager in January after being fined $5 million, docked several top draft picks from their scheme. Both had been suspended for 1 year by Robert D. Manfred, the Major League Baseball commissioner, who has been intensely criticized for not punishing any of the players and not vacating the Astros World Series title from 2017. Then, after that, the Boston Red Sox parted way with manager Alex Correa after the MLB reported implicated him in the scheme for his time as the Astros bench coach in 2017. The next domino to fall was the newly hired manager of the New York Mets, Carlos Beltran, who resigned before he even managed a game for the team. He was an outfielder for the Astros during the 2017 season. Manfred has said that he thought about stripping the Astros of their 2017 title, which they accumulated with their victories in the World Series, over the Dodgers in 7 games. But during a news conference at spring training, Manfred also said he was concerned about the extraordinary precedent of vacating the title of the Astros, who won the American League pennant in 2 of the past 3 seasons. So basically, I'm going to explain what sign stealing is, and all that stuff. They used buzzers, but they said they couldn't find any evidence that they used buzzers actually, but they did bang trash cans around and all kinds of stuff like that. But anyway, so basically, this is what they did. For more than a century, baseball players have been trying to decode the unspoken cues exchanged by a pitcher and a catcher over what to throw next and the location. The practice known as sign stealing, the biggest advantage a pitcher has over a batter is the element of surprise. For a fastball, a catcher will usually put down 1 finger as a sign, 2 fingers for a signal as an off-speed pitch, like a curveball, changeup, slider, something like that. Catchers will relay multiple sets of signs if there is a runner on second base or if they think someone is trying to steal the signs. Pitchers will sometimes shake out the catcher if they disagree on the pitch selection. And so, what the Astros really did is they'd have people. Sometimes they'd have someone on second, and then they'd relay that their dugout, or they'd go to the review booth. They'd ask them to replay the last couple of bats, and then they'd tell them what sign meant what, and that. And sometimes they'd get a text message like 2 fingers down in a row would mean fastball, or just stuff like that. Basically, they just had their whole entire organization, everybody in on it, just trying to figure out the signs, just everything. When Altuve had walk-off home run to go to the World Series against the Yankees, one of the best coaches in the game was pitching, and he had a count where a fastball would typically be thrown, and he threw him a slider, and Altuve, it's like he knew it was going to be a slider. So basically, I just wanted to go over that. I thought it was something pretty big that's happened in, the whole entire season and all. But yeah. So thanks for watching.
Thank you, David. Now here's Entertainment Corner with Ellie Ness.
Good morning, Allegheny. Welcome back to another episode of Today I have 5 binge-worthy series available for streaming. First on the list we have Star Wars: The Clone Wars. It's an animated series. It is 7 seasons long, and it's available for streaming on Disney+. Next I have One Tree Hill. It's a drama series. It's 9 seasons long. It's on Netflix and Hulu if you want to check it out. Then we have the fantasy series Merlin. It's 5 seasons long, and it's available on Netflix. Then there's the horror series Scream. It's 3 seasons long. It's available on Netflix. And then there's Workaholics. It's a comedy series. It's 7 seasons long, and it's available for streaming on Hulu. I hope you guys check out one of these series, and thanks for watching.
Okay, that's all we have for today, so make sure everybody stays safe and healthy, and we'll see you back here on Monday. See ya.